Hi everyone, in this particular video we will be discussing more on the string functions that are supported in MySQL. So if you talk about the string functions, so in the last video we have discussed about concat, length method, what is the difference between length and cal-length method. So in this video we will be focusing more on the functions which help us in changing or manipulating the string values. Okay. So today, we'll be discussing about substring, instr, padding, replace, and there are more functions which are very helpful. So we are using a Shakila database for today's video, and we have a first name column in this actor table. Now from this first name, if you wanted to extract some portions, extract some data, so we have something called as a substring method. Okay. So the substring method basically takes the first argument as on which column you wanted to extract the data. Okay. And from which position you wanted to get the value. So if I mention 1, so it will help you to get the data from first index. So the first index means the first character. If I change this value to 2, so if you see the first value is Penelope, so it will start the value from E onward. So if you check the substring, you get the data from E onward. If you just pass on 3, so you get the data from the third character, and the third character is N. So see N. But if you see the row number 3, the ED only has 2 character. So if you pass on 3, there will be no third character. So it will give you an empty string. Okay. So the substring method basically help us in extracting some particular portion of data from a index position, and that particular index position is going to start from 1. Now in case if you pass on 2, so you will get the data from second index to the last. Now if you wish to get only some specific portion or a specific character length, that you can also get. So if I just pass on, let's say 2 comma 1, so that means I am telling the MySQL database to extract the data from this first name column from the index position 2 and get the 1 character. And what is the 1 character here? So see, if you start from second index, the second index is E, so only get 1 character. If you pass on here as 3, so you are asking start from second position and get total number of 3 characters. So that is ENEICK in ED row. So there is only second character is present. So only second value is there. There is no third character. There is no fourth character. Okay. So that is one thing. Now, then we have something called as trim method. Okay. So let me show you what is trim. So trim is basically used to remove some extra character, extra spaces from your data. So it's quite simple. So let's say if you have something, so let me show you. Let's say we have some data like hi, we have some extra characters here. Okay. If I run it, so see, like there are some extra character which has been occupied here. Now if you wanted to remove this extra spaces either from the last, either from the middle, so you have something called as a trim method. So what this trim method will do, it will help you to remove the extra spaces from the right and from the left. So see, the extra white spaces has been removed. Okay. Now important thing is when we talk about the trim, it will remove the white spaces from starting or from the middle. Now in case if you wish to get it, okay, from let's say only from the starting, so you have the trim method and you can mention like which character you wanted to remove. Okay. So let's say I can say leading white space from the data. So I have mentioned like I wanted to remove the white space from the data, and leading means the starting white spaces. So whatever the starting white spaces are present, so it will help you to remove that. So see, there is no extra white spaces. Okay. So that leading is basically used to extract the starting white spaces. If you just put on here as trailing, okay, so you mentioned trailing which character from the data. Okay, so here rather than data you can also pass on the column name. So see, the starting characters, the starting white spaces are not removed, but the last values has been removed. So although you are not able to see it with the naked eye, but you can figure it out with the length method or the cal-length method. Okay. So in case if you don't pass on any value, it will remove from both the side. If you wanted to remove the data from both left and right, from leading and trailing, you can also provide both. So it will remove the white spaces from the starting and from the last. Okay. So that is one thing. Remember this thing. And in case if you wanted to remove some extra other characters, so let's say before this white space I have put it triple x, okay, or 4 times x, and this x values are present at the last. If I wanted to remove it, so we have to put x here. Okay, so it will remove this x character which are repetitive in the middle. Okay, remember, it cannot remove it from the middle, or it cannot remove the data if you have extra white space in the beginning. Okay, so the extra white space is considered as a data, and this x character are going to be represented as the data in the middle. So remember, the trim method doesn't remove the data from the middle. Okay, so see, this triple x or the 4 time x value has not been removed. So there should be no starting character. If you wanted to remove the repetitive character, it should be without any space in the starting. Okay, so see, these 4 time x values has been removed. Clear? I hope you understand this point. Now, one more function that we are going to discuss in this particular video, that is the LPAD and RPAD. Okay, so simply let's take the same data. Now, if you just take the first name column contains lot of values: Penelope, Nick, Edie, Jennifer, and more. Now, sometimes it happens, let's say if you are writing down some logic based on certain character data. So let's say the ED only has 2 character, Nick has 4, Penelope has something else. Now, in case if you wanted to get the data only for 4 characters, only for the starting 4 characters. So ED doesn't have the starting 4 characters. So if you write down any sort of a logic query based on the same, it will give you an error. So remember, so in case if you wanted to get the data based on a certain format, based on a certain size, based on certain length, okay, you have to go with LPAD or RPAD. So what they do, they basically keep on adding the character in the starting or in the middle, okay, based on the values that you pass. So if I just pass on LPAD, you pass on first name, okay, you pass on how many number of characters you want. So let's say I just pass on 4, okay, and if there are no 4 characters, so what character you wanted to add it in the last, okay, on the left hand side. So if you just see, in this Penelope I get these 4 character. In Nick there is total 4 characters, so there is no need to extract something, it's just similar. In ED there are 2 characters, so you wanted to add on 2 more characters, so you have to put double hash. Okay, so the double hash has been inserted on the left hand side. I hope you understand this point. Now, so majorly these are used for the numerical data, not with the string data. Most of the case you will find out you use it for phone numbers, you use it for salary, and there are a lot of purposes that we use. So similarly, we have one more thing, that is RPAD. So the RPAD is going to add on the data, okay, on the right hand side. So I have just taken the first name, I just put it, let's say total number of 5 character, I can change to any value, underscore. So see, if there are no particular 5 characters, so it will put underscore. So for Nick, it's Nick underscore. For this ED, it's ED underscore underscore underscore. There are 3 underscores that has been appended. Okay, so that is all about the numeric data types that for which we basically use this LPAD or RPAD. So I hope you totally understand this point. So feel free to put it in the comment section if you have any sort of issues. In the next video we will cover more topics. Okay, otherwise the video is going to be little bit lengthy, so we will put it in the next video. And till then, have a great day, enjoy your learning. If you feel any issues, feel free to put it in the comment section, I will be happy to assist you. See you, bye bye, have a great day, enjoy.